Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski, and on this podcast, I help you grow in your life and in your business to get more results, more sales in a business, to live a bigger life. On this episode, I'm going to go through one of the number one topics that I've had my clients that have hired me for one-on-one coaching say was an unlock for them. When we've worked together, I show them this that I'm going to show you in this episode, and boom, things just kind of start falling into place with them. And I've actually never taught this, never put this out there. It's going to be in one of my upcoming courses, but I'm going to give you a taste of this. It's part of the messaging, storytelling, and branding that I help people with when I do my one-on-one coaching. But before we go into that, I want to tell you about my course, Social Media Ads That Work. If you do not have this course and you're thinking of running Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, check it out. It's going to help you get results and know what ads work and how to create the ads that work and get results, whether you are a course creator, influencer, entrepreneur, e-commerce, an agency, real estate agents, network marketing, all of that. I teach that in that course, Social Media Ads That Work. It's only $47 on my website. And if you don't have a website yet, I have another course called Website Building Made Easy where I show you how to use Squarespace. Squarespace is what I recommend people use instead of WordPress. I don't like WordPress anymore. And so I'm recommending that everybody use Squarespace to build a website. So I walk you through step by step how to use Squarespace. If you're not in the hashtag Grow Your Life Facebook group, join that. It's free. There's people just like you that are listening to this podcast. You can ask questions. You can post any questions, anything that comes to mind. Take some notes while you're listening to these podcast episodes, and you can ask in the group. If you haven't shared my podcast with somebody, please, I ask you to share it with at least one person today after listening to it, okay? And if you haven't scheduled a free 15-minute call with me on my website, please do so. There's no obligation, no sales pitch at the end of it. It helps me know how to help you. When I hear from you, what are your issues? What are you struggling with? What are you working through? Where are you stuck? I can help create a strategy for you while we're on the phone together. I do this in 15 minutes. I have a process that I've done this, where in 15 minutes, you'll be like, what can you do in 15 minutes? I can do a lot. And there's a lot of people you can see on my website where you go schedule the 15 minutes, people that have gone through those 15-minute calls and then had huge value and changes in their business doing that. And so schedule a free 15-minute call with me. It's going to help me out know what to do future podcast episodes on and content, and it's going to help you as well. Now, the customer journey. You see, this is one of the most underutilized, overlooked parts of a business that decides what are you going to sell, how are you going to sell it, how are you going to make offers to people, and how are you going to reach them with what it is that you're offering. You see, the customer journey is when somebody goes from total stranger, they don't know who you are, they've never heard of you in their life, and then they finally hear of you. That's the beginning of the customer journey. And it ends with them buying from you. Or it ends with them buying from you, and then they buy again, and they go on another journey. So each product is even like another step in the customer journey, okay? For me, my podcast is one of the first places in my customer journey. It gives people a first look at me, a first experience of working with me. And the customer journey comes from fiction storytelling. How does that work? How does sales and fiction work together? Other than being a waste of time that you're reading fiction books. Well, honestly, I think having a hobby and having some fun and reading fiction is not a waste of time if it helps you, break out of a rut. And so storytelling is so important. Learning how to tell the story of what you are selling is so important. And yet, many people overlook this. They think that because they have a good product or service, because they are so good at what they do, that people should just buy from them. You see, the customer journey is they meet you, and then you're building trust and rapport and making a connection with them to help them get to the next level. People don't want to be helped until they trust you, until there's a connection. You're not the savior of the world. Even if you feel like you have value that's going to help other people, nobody is going to ask for your help or buy what you offer until they know that you care about them, and they know that they're going to get a result from it, and they see that your intentions are good, that they like you and that they like what you are offering. And so a big part that's missed in the customer journey is we assume that just because we have a good product or service, people are going to want to buy from us. We just assume that because we're good at what we do, because we have a track record, people are just going to want to buy from us. And that couldn't be further from the truth. It's the furthest thing from the truth, is no matter how good you are, no matter how much success you have, you still have to go through a customer journey and build trust and rapport with your target audience. You can't skip this step. And so I'm going to pull up this diagram here. It's actually called the hero's journey, which comes from storytelling. So the hero's journey, essentially your customer is the hero. And I'm pulling this up on my computer if you're watching the video version of this. The hero's journey basically starts in what's called the known world. This is where they're at. And they get a call to adventure. Okay? And a supernatural aid shows up to help them get to the next level. And there's a threshold. This is where they start to learn about what you offer. You see, whatever you're selling is solving a problem for them. Your customer is a hero in that journey, and you are bringing them from where they are back to where they want to be by helping them walk through challenges and temptations, mentoring them, helping them transform their experience, their life, their business. If you're just selling services, you're still transforming people's lives by solving problems. And you help them reach a new place in their life, and they get to go back on the journey again. And it's a cyclical thing. Here's another diagram of it. The hero's journey. Separation, the ordinary world, a call to adventure, meeting the mentor or supernatural aid. So this is the whole thing. When you're advertising, these are people that they want to go on a quest, basically. What's the quest? It could be to buy your hair care products. It could be to get social media management, because they know that if they get some help with that, it's going to take them to the next level. It could be buying a course that you have. And so when they meet you, you're somebody that's going to help them guide through that and go through the obstacles that are along the way and help break through the threshold. And at this point, they're going to experience some changes in their life. Some of them might be negative, but they're going to grow through it and come out a rebirth as a new person in the end. And this is the storyline of Star Wars. This is the storyline of Lord of the Rings. This is the storyline of all of these great mythologies that are out there, is the hero's journey. It follows this process. And in sales, your customers are the hero. Your goal is to make them the hero in their life. My goal with this is I want you to be the hero in your life. Now, I get it. I may have said, like, you're not the savior of the world. You can't save everyone's problems. There's a few people that, when I said that, they dipped off because they might have felt disrespected by that. It's the truth. People just aren't going to buy from you because you have a great product. But at the same time, I want you to realize that you are a hero. You are the hero that can help people. You can go to the next level. And that's what I love to help you with. That's what I want to help you with, is to work through this process yourself to help you get results. That's what I help my coaching clients with. I walk them through the challenges and the frustrations in their businesses so that they can help other people, so that they can sell more products and services. And it's the same for you. Whatever your customers are, they are on a journey. They are the hero in their story. If you're selling makeup, you are making somebody transform. You're helping them transform and go through the obstacles of life to improve their life. Every single product or service fits into this. Real estate, there's the challenges of buying a house. An agency, there's the challenges of somebody who's trustworthy. And the more scam artists that are in your industry, the more trust and rapport, and the better you got to get at your people skills at connecting and communicating with people. Okay? And so the hero's journey is essentially what you are taking people through. I don't want to make this super ethereal. The idea is whatever you're marketing, that's the call to adventure, or they're feeling, hey, I need to do this. I need to get this product. You don't want to sell stuff to people that have no interest in what you're buying. If they are no, move on and go to somebody else. But if they're a maybe, that might be somebody that has felt that call to adventure. Call to adventure, like, oh, that sounds silly. They're just buying social media services. Really? That person has a vision in their life. Your customers have a vision in your life. You have a vision in your life. You see, if you're buying courses from you, if you're buying coaching from me, and I just said, well, what vision do my clients have? That'd be so disrespectful. And yet I know many people that I coach think that the people that they're selling to don't have a vision for their lives, and they're so focused on what's going on in their own life. You need to realize that the vision that your customers have for their life, you are the one that's going to help them move the needle forward in that vision, whatever it is, with what you sell. There is not a single product or service on the planet that escapes this. And so all of your marketing, all of your messaging is moving and leading people along the customer journey. As soon as they feel that I need to make a change in my life, you show up, whether it's in a Facebook ad, whether it's through a social media post, whether it's through a referral, you show up as the aid that they're looking for. And now they're going to have to break through the threshold of making a decision to come along with you, to buy from you, to work with you. And some people won't. They're going to fall off. They're going to quit. But the ones who do, that's what a funnel is. They're going to funnel down and they're going to buy from you. A funnel is you get a bunch of people in, and the ones who are qualified purchase from you. And so you're moving people along the hero's journey. They are the hero in their story. And you want to help them feel like the hero in their story. You are a hero in your story, and your customers are a hero in their story. This is the truth. I'm a hero in my story, and my mentors have helped me get through the same thing. Literally, this is the human experience, is the hero's journey. And in sales, we're moving people from where they are to where they want to be. We're helping bridge the gap for them. Now you might say, well, it's so easy. They could just figure it out on their own. Why don't they do that? Well, they don't. They're coming to you for help to figure it out. And so you need to have the confidence in the value of what you offer to people and realize that just because you know it, other people don't. And you can take them through the journey that you've been through. There's a journey that you went through before you found the products or services that you're selling that you're going to be able to model and mirror in the lives of your target customer. There's a journey that before you knew about social media ads, before you knew about real estate sales, before you knew about running Facebook ads as in an agency, before you knew about health coaching, before you knew about whatever it is that you do, you went through a journey. And then your goal is you're going to meet other mini versions of you, other mini yous, and help move them along the same journey that you walked along the way. And that is them buying from you. That is them purchasing from you. And so we can't disrespect this. We can't imagine that our situation is so unique that it's not a part of this. Every single one of you that's listening to this right now, every single business owner follows this path of when they find their target customer, they're there to help mentor and walk them along the way through the challenges, temptations, and issues to transform their life and to go back on the way of their adventure. And maybe they're only there for a season. That's why multiple products or services can help people. Maybe they're there for a season and they come back around and you have another product or service that you sell and offer people, and that's going to help people on the next step of that journey, multiple products or services, increasing your product line. Okay? Or they'll go work with somebody else. I have a lot of people that work with me and it helps get them along the way, and they work with somebody else, and that's great. That's awesome. They go on their journey, but I get the privilege to help them along the way, and you get the privilege to help your customers. You got to flip your perspective and realize that having empathy for your customers' experiences, empathy for your customers' lives, empathy for what they are experiencing, and the fact that they are trusting you to move them and help them reach their goals is a privilege for you. And actually start caring about people. Actually care about what they're going through. Actually care about your customers and their experiences more than you do what you're selling, more than you do what you're marketing, more than you do how much money you're making. Yes. When you do that, you can show up with ads with a new authenticity, with a new perspective. The other thing too is with offers, they follow what's even called the 7 basic plots. Okay? Overcoming the monster. A protagonist sets out to defeat an antagonistic force. Rags to riches. The poor protagonist acquires power and wealth. The quest. The protagonist and companions set out. Voyage and return. Comedy. Tragedy. Rebirth. If you sell beauty products, rebirth is a huge part of that, as well as the rags to riches and the quest and all of this, that type of stuff. If you're selling any sort of product or service, it follows the hero's journey and fits into some of these storytelling plots. And so what you can do is you can actually model your marketing off of those experiences. People watch movies, they read books, they know these different stories. And so when people start to feel like they are a hero in their own story, you're moving them along the customer journey, and it feels very familiar to them, and it's fun and it's exciting. And you want people to be excited and inspired when they work with you, when you connect with them, when you build trust and rapport with them. You want them to feel inspired and excited to go to the next level with you, to take the next step of the journey with you to where they're trying to go. For them to realize that where they've been and what they've experienced along the way, maybe they're going to have to make some changes in their life. Maybe they're going to have to do something differently. Whatever that is, that's what you're doing when you're selling a product or service. And in your marketing, why does any of this matter? In your marketing, you're creating the setup and casting the vision for what that journey looks like. You're setting the expectations. You're showing people clearly what that journey looks like by showing them what they need to do, where they need to go, what choices they need to make, what decisions they need to take, what path they need to go, what things they need to overcome to get to the next level in their life, to reach the next step on that journey. And so when you think of it from the perspective of storytelling, you are telling the story of your customer's future. You're casting vision for your customer's future. You're imparting vision to them of what they are seeing in their mind's eye, what they are imagining. And that's what advertising does. That's what marketing does. You're displaying to people in a virtual reality, quote unquote, a visual aid to help them understand how they're going to get from where they are to where they want to be by working with you. And so if you can do that successfully, you build that trust and rapport, you create that connection. That's why I tell people, you're going to have to grow in confidence in yourself. You're going to have to realize that you are a powerful person. You're going to have to make connections with other people. You're going to have to get close with other human beings, and you're going to have to talk to strangers to be able to sell whatever it is that you're selling and grow in that area and do so consistently, no matter what you sell. There's no way around that. Those are requirements of it. And so what I love to do, a lot of my content, a lot of my podcasts, is to help people through some of those barriers before they launch in their business. Because if you can get past that, you can grow in confidence. You can start to talk to anybody. You can grow in the confidence in what you sell to sell it to people. And you don't feel like you're selling, but rather you're serving. You're serving people along their journey to get to their goal. You see, for you to get to your goals, you have to help other people get to their goals. And that's what the hero's journey is all about in sales and in marketing. And when we flip our perspective on it, that all sales and marketing is essentially just helping other people along their quest to reach their goal. And then we create our marketing from that perspective of service. We create all of our ads from that perspective. We're not just trying to manipulate somebody by the words that we say to purchase what we sell. We're trying to help somebody reach their goal. That's our goal. Our goal isn't them buying from us. You might be like, well, that is my goal. I need to pay my bills. Okay. If you help somebody reach their goal, that means they bought from you. That means your bills are paid. Okay? So just flip your perspective just a little bit further out there as to how you can help your customers reach their goals and be the hero in their story. And then craft all of your marketing and storytelling and sales process that way. What it does is it requires you to be a powerful person. It requires you to have some level of authority or expertise, being an expert in some area or another, and establishing that early on, that you know what you're talking about, that you're confident in it. That's why confidence and self-assurance and being self-accepting are so important in this process. Listen, you can't sell something you don't believe in, and if you don't believe in yourself, other people aren't going to believe in you to be able to take them to their goals. And so you have to believe in yourself for other people to believe in you as well, and that builds that trust and rapport with people along the way. All right? And so for those of you that are building a business, again, I have a course that I'm coming out with that's all about offers and crafting and developing offers that get people to buy from you. And I break down this process even more about the hero's journey and the 7 basic plots and all of that in that course. It's coming out very soon. I walk you through that process to reach your goals of creating offers and selling online, so that you can help other people reach their goals with what it is that you offer. As you do this, as you get better at this, as you build an email list, as you build trust and rapport with people, as you connect with other people, it's all about connection. It's all about deep, intimate, lasting, human-to-human connection. Boundaries are important. Absolutely. I talk about boundaries all the time too. You got to have closeness with good boundaries, more boundaries than you have with your close friends. And yet you communicate and connect in a very deep way. That's what gets sales. That's what builds trust and rapport with your target customer. You build a relationship with them to buy from you. And if you do this, you're going to be able to move people along the path from where they are to where they want to be. And you're going to get from where you are to where you want to be in your sales by connecting other people with where they are, their problems, to the solutions to their problems to help them reach their goals. And if you're somebody that needs some help with this process, your unique business, whatever it is, again, I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to hop on the phone with you for 15 minutes to hear from you what it is that you're working through. What are your goals in your business? What are your challenges? What are your struggles? You can either send me a direct message, you can schedule a 15-minute call with me, or you can go to the Grow Your Life Facebook group. And we can go on this journey together with you. And if you haven't yet, you can leave hashtag Grow Your Life on my Instagram and win a free 30-minute call with me as well. I pick one winner every single week on Sundays for the new people that post that. Listen, it's possible for you to learn this. I know this might have been like a fire hose of information, some new information for you. But I think it's going to start to resonate. It's going to start to stick when you realize that you're the one helping your customers along their journey and telling the story of their future and imparting vision of their future in their life so that they can see it with their eyes and with their they can feel it. They can see it in their mind. And as they trust you and they have belief in what's possible for them, they're more willing to buy from you and they're more open to purchase what it is that you're selling. And so this is going to help you along the way how to craft your marketing, how to craft your messaging, how to craft your storytelling in that process. And what you want to do is you want to start to journal out what is that journey. And that's going to help you find the language and the copy and the words that are going to help you get to that next level. And that's what I love to help people with in my coaching, is helping coach them through the copywriting, helping coach them through the ad copywriting especially, and the landing pages and the offers that they do. And so I'd love to talk with you, love to work with you. Grow your life, everybody. We'll talk soon. I'll see you soon.